Yes, sir. Friday Night Yerrr. Made by the Can, aka the villain of the Blur Cartel. Friday Night Yerrr. Follow the YouTube page. Got AfroComic765. Talk
You're.
this wrestling. How's your Friday going?
I can't complain. Sitting around, getting high, playing through God of War Ragnarok, trying to kill the Berserker King. You know the vibes.
Fair enough. Early headlines in wrestling. Your man, Javon Evans on Twitter telling Ricochet
Crashing
wrestling for a
out.
crackhead.
Yeah, that shit is hilarious. You know they made him delete that shit so fucking fast, bro.
Yeah, it got tweeted and deleted. But I thought that was funny.
But it's funny. It's funny because, like, if you think about it, like, to be bragging about learning under Shawn Michaels and then talking about a crackhead when we know that fucking Shawn Michaels had his battles with the cocaina.
Mogalina.
The cocaina.
That's how he lost his smile, bro.
Yeah. And the
He lost his
cocaine smile.
But other news, your boy, the Willie Bruv Ospreay in the news, and it got the interview got super misconstrued, super twisted, left, right, up, down. Because the IWC are not critical thinkers. I personally don't have problem with what he said. Big yourself up. That's what you're supposed to do. It makes total fucking sense. But just accept the criticism that's going to come with it. There's nothing wrong with
especially in wrestling, like wrestling.
I get that. There's nothing wrong with you saying he took accountability. He said my promo, I got to catch up on that. Reigns and Punk, they're great. But in ring, I don't think they got a guy better than our squad in ring. Makes perfect sense. Big yourself up. You are Swerve.
Yeah, but it's not true though.
But listen, Swerve said they're not big on storytelling. They tell stories in the ring. Finally, y'all don't gotta worry about mic skills, all that other stuff. He admits he at least gotta worry about his mic skills and getting better. That's fine. Also, big yourself up. Nothing wrong with that. But listen, my only problem is now we're getting comparison battles. Name 5 wrestlers better than Will Ospreay, because if you don't think Will Ospreay is the best, I'm like, come on, brother. Brother. Go down, bro.
Wrestler is better than fucking Will.
If we're talking in
and
ring,
I love Will Ospreay. You know this. I'm a Will Ospreay guy, bro.
If we're talking in ring, and this is the harsh truth, Will Ospreay has 0 to no ring psychology, and that harpens him from being a great wrestler. He has no mic skills. That harpens him from being a great wrestler. He's just going through it on straight athleticism alone, and that's the problem. You go 90 miles an hour on every one of your matches. You don't have no pacing, no storytelling, no selling of any sort. You just do it, and that's the problem. And I also think that's why you didn't want to go to WWE, because you were scared of conforming to be a sports entertainer, which if you're true to the game, you probably don't want to, but conforming to telling a story in the ring, conforming to pacing, slowing down your style. You can't go 90 miles an hour.
He turned into a spot monkey because he's not worried about the other things.
I go to AEW, wrestle my style, wrestle who I want, not be hampered on doing promos. Oh yeah, we're going there. Duh, no problem.
Yeah, if the bag is right, I'm never going to question where wrestlers get their money from. If TJ's paying good like that, it's easier than going to the WWE.
That's fair. Pick yourself up, Will. I just want you to be great ring psychologist too, because I've seen your matches with Brian, seen your matches with Kenny. They made you wrestle their style. As far as I can see. Whenever you wrestle Kenny, you had to wrestle that style. Like, Kenny's gonna make you, all right, we're gonna sell this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna tell this story, we're gonna slow down, we're gonna do this. Brian made you do the same thing. All right, you go wrestle fucking Ricochet and look like white Ricochet wrestling him. So just saying. But hey, Backlash Saturday.
Yeah, Backlash tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
As we record this,
we're gonna talk about all of it. And shout out to the let me get this.
The poster maker. Shout out to the poster maker, because that's a fire poster.
Well, yeah, shout out to him, but shout out to the dumb wrestling fans that thought Jey Uso and Logan Paul got pulled. It was never announced, brother. It was never announced.
Yeah, so they never solid said Jey Uso is facing Good damn.
What is up with wrestling fans not using critical thinking? I mean, you could literally look at every promo. Raw, he won after WrestleMania. He won the title.
This means
he celebrated. The Raw after that, he super kicked Logan Paul, and the Raw after that, he got punched off screen. What backlash match?
If he's facing Seth Rollins, he has to lose, right? He's not retaining against Seth Rollins.
Who, Jey Uso?
Yeah.
It depends.
I don't know.
Long as CM Punk is looking in the shadows, he might just fuck over Seth Rollins until SummerSlam, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that's true. Punk is working.
Punk is working, brother. But Backlash, we're gonna talk Dirty Dom versus Penta.
I think this is a sleeper match. I think this match is going to be way better than people think it's going to be.
Well, we had Penta losing, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yes, I've got Penta definitely losing. As much as I love Penta, I don't have him coming up over.
Wait a second. Does the Judgment Day turn into a babyface group? I mean, if they turn Liv face.
I don't know. It's so much fun to hate Liv Morgan, bro.
It was fun to hate Dom too, till he became pretty much a babyface.
I'm still so surprised that that's it. That's all it took was a belt to make niggas like him.
Hey, you gotta go with the masses. Listen. What it looked like Finn. You see Finn talking to Roxanne. So imagine JD, Finn, Julia, and fucking Roxanne, Judgment Day 2.0, and they're the heel group.
Ooh.
Then you just turn Dom, Carlito, Raquel, and Liv face. Fuck it, we keep this thing going.
I don't know, bro.
But AJ on the team.
I think you're fantasy booking hard.
I'm just saying. Oh, we are getting AJ versus Finn on Monday. You know, I'm tuning in for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
A chance to see Finn and you know, I'm sorry, I call him the Prince for that one. The Prince and AJ in that match.
Yeah, let's say save the New Japan, the Bullet Club control for the Bullet Club.
Just don't too sweet, and you know, remember last time they did the too sweet and Vince buried Finn the next night against Kane.
Yeah, that's true. But this is crazy because this is a rematch for control of the Bullet Club because Finn came to WWE before AJ did. So it was AJ who beat Finn on his way out of New Japan and took over the Bullet Club.
That is true. I got Dom winning this via Judgment Day fuckery. You know, something's going to happen to where...
Yeah, there'll definitely be some shit. But
it's going to come to a point where they break up Judgment Day probably tomorrow.
But when they finally do it, I don't want to hear niggas talking shit because the Judgment Day has had an amazing fucking run in the last 3
Top 5 faction all time, Judgment Day.
I agree.
Listen,
we need to get fucking
Judgment Day clears DX.
Nigga, if you say that on TikTok, niggas are cooking us.
Oh, they already think I'm crazy. I said the NWO wasn't in the top 10 fashion and they're trash. And niggas just like,
yo, that was old niggas.
They're terrible. I mean, well, that's a different show.
You ain't got 9 factions over me.
I got 10 over the NWO. Easy.
That's a question for another show.
Easy. We got the Pat McAfee versus the Gunther. And people see this as a downgrade from being a world champion to fighting Pat McAfee.
I don't see it that way at all. I see this as moving into being an attraction, which is arguably where the longevity's at as opposed to being a champion.
Pat gave him a great promo. I think Gunther gave him an excellent promo. You're going to make it look like a wet towel.
I'm going to enjoy this match thoroughly. I love that niggas are sleeping on Pat McAfee.
This is the match I'm most curious to see.
Like Pat McAfee hasn't wrestled in a fucking War Games match, bro.
Pat's last time in the ring, he got stunnered, I think, at 38.
Yeah. Yep, at 38.
And then Pat McAfee lose events or some shit like that?
Yep. But don't forget before that, amazing Survivor Series. Amazing War Games match.
Oh yeah, for sure. Him and Adam Cole turn it
I was gonna say him and Adam Cole had a fucking hell of a match too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I guess I'm just more or less just interested to see what's going to happen. So
I think this will be another match where people will eat crow. They'll be like, "Oh, this is going to be so bad," and then they're like, "Damn, Pat McAfee can kind of go." And
Pat McAfee's for sure getting his ass beat, but we're going to see how bad he is.
Oh yeah, he's going to get the fuck beat out of. No ifs, ands, or buts. He is going to take a beating, but it's going to be amazing to watch.
Yes, sir. I got Lyra versus newly healed Becky for the IC title. I don't think a title should be on the line, but I guess if Lyra wins, it solidifies the title or makes the title mean something. If Becky wins, it just stat pads her a little bit to an insignificant title. I don't know how to really call it.
I think Becky wins, though.
Yeah. Well, Becky did say she doesn't believe in giving these young girls a good run. Why not bury them? Fuck it. I'm me. They're them. They got earned their stripes. Paraphrasing, of course.
She's the man, you gotta recognize.
Oh, that was they asked her what you think about the Becky Hogan comments. It's like, don't compare me to somebody like Hulk Hogan, but in a sense, I'm not putting these young girls over. I have no responsibility to do that. Fuck it.
She's not wrong.
But if Lyra wins, this solidifies Lyra, I guess. You being one of the top 5 all time.
Yeah,
well, she already beat Becky.
But hold on. If Becky loses, does her return sort of fall flat if she doesn't win? Just multiple losses back to back.
If she loses via Bayley interference, then all right, whatever.
Okay, I'll give you that. If Pam comes back to interfere, I won't be mad if Becky wins.
Pam's coming back. I'm still Bayley gotta. I don't know. She still gotta beat the wash allegations. So
all she gotta do is show up in them goddamn tights, bro, and she's over with me.
Did you see? Who was it? The Adonis nigga try to holler at Pam. He's like, brother, you don't even follow me, brother.
Ashante the Adonis.
Yeah, he wants a piece of Pam in the romantic angle.
You can't blame him, yo. I need to be checking on Indeed to see if they open up the slot for the romantic partner of Pam. Might even go to the tanning bed.
You can't sell it, brother. You can't just get your dick wet, brother. You gotta sell it.
I'll sell the fuck out of it, bro. I'll sell that shit like crack in the 80s.
All right, he about to make blue magic out of this fucking storyline.
Hey, we get a slammy out of it, bro.
Yeah, I got Lyra winning by shenanigans.
Yeah, as long as it's by shenanigans, but I still think big time Beck's getting her first ever intercontinental.
Stat padded.
Yep, stat padding like a motherfucker. But I think
don't forget she stat padded that NXT title too. She never got because she wasn't good enough. But it's not about that.
This is her payback for Lyra getting the NXT belt off of her. This is her getting her back. She getting her win back, brother.
Let's see what the Hunter is going to do about that. Arguably match of the night.
That shit's going to be crazy.
Now, you're talking about a match that could go 90 miles an hour. This match should go 90 miles an hour from the giddy up.
But this is going to look, niggas are either going to look for steam in this, or they're going to be looking sad next to other niggas. So,
you think they're going to be looking sad next to Jacob?
I think it's not hard to do. You know what I mean? If you're not on your P's and Q's, it is hard to look legitimate fucking next to Jacob Fatu if you're not fucking on that same level. And I don't think any of them honestly will have any problems with it. Fucking
who's the ring general in this match? Drew?
LA Knight or Drew, one of the two. Nigga, quit doing LA Knight like that. That's why we be fucking arguing, bro.
You frying me with this LA Knight.
We ain't gonna act like you like Drake didn't carry a fucking NWA, bro. Yeah, let me talk to you. I'm just saying,
brother.
He wants to wear like that. He ain't been wrestling for decades.
He did himself like that.
But no, I think yes, Drew or LA Knight would be the ring general in this fatal four-way.
Well, as long as you got Jacob retaining.
I think all of these niggas except for Jacob are in their 40s. So
I guess. I got Jacob retaining.
I do too.
Where the fuck is Tonga Low at?
Samoan werewolf keeping the strap. I don't know why I said American werewolf. It made me think that
American werewolf's crazy.
American werewolf in London, nigga. Damn. When you randomly associate. But,
where the fuck is Tonga Low? Where's Tama Tonga? Where is the rest of them niggas at?
Where is the Tongan contingent? That's a good question.
Where's Zilla at? Zilla paying them fucking them probation fines.
Yo, what if Zilla was the fourth man in the Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, fucking Braun Breaker contingent? What if
I got Samoan right for you, Samoan?
Yeah. Tell me that wouldn't go stupid, yo. And it would
Zilla, Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins would go crazy.
Yeah. Zilla, Braun Breaker, it's complete total fan booking, I know. But goddamn, that be fire.
Zilla Fatu brother.
Yeah, Zilla Fatu brother. Zilla Fatu and Braun Breaker brother.
That's definitely the young guns. But I don't know. That's too much.
No YNs in it.
You don't think they just need something with somebody with finesse and flash? Or am I just doing too much evolution?
I don't know, bro. I think us wanting it to be evolution a bit much.
That's fair. But now, of course, the main event.
Yeah, buddy. The final time.
The last time, brother.
The Viper versus the Doctor at Lebanon. I
mean, we know Cena's winning, but how is Cena winning?
We know. But how dirtball is he gonna win though? Because we know Randy can play the game. Randy, this is like two Sith Lords going at it right now. Only Cena is the new Sith Lord, and fucking Randy is the Sith Lord that's like almost turned into a Jedi because he's lived so long on the dark side of the Force that it's become boring to it.
These are guys that wrestled 1,000 times against each other.
Literally hundreds and hundreds of matches against each other over the last 20 years.
But this is the only one with the dynamic they are doing right now. Randy being a face, Cena being a heel.
Yeah.
Does Randy give Cena some pointers?
If you had asked Randy some pointers a year ago, we'd have never told you. We'd have thought we just saw a Randy versus a Cena match where Randy's the face, Cena's the heel. But here we are, Backlash.
Here we are. I think it depends. I think it's definitely gonna be a slow match. Don't get me wrong, but it's gonna be slow, methodical.
Because I've seen this conspiracy theory. Do you think there's any way that fucking John Cena could be involved with Seth Rollins?
No.
Okay. I don't think so either.
Well, one's trying to save wrestling, the other one say I'm going to ruin wrestling. So I mean, they polar opposites. But Seth Rollins don't want that undisputed title. He wants the World Heavyweight title.
The Workhorse Championship.
I just want to know the finish of this match. That's what I want to see. Are we going to just see it? I think it's going to be DQ. I think he's going to force a DQ.
Ooh, the force DQ. They're going to lose the shit out of that. But that's amazing for what John Cena's trying to do.
Just like Orton did, smacking the ref back in the day. I think Cena's he might smack the ref.
Right, that'd be a good little callback. Get a bunch of the old nerds.
I mean, we know Cena's gonna eat an RKO nonetheless.
Oh yeah, he's probably gonna eat a couple of RKOs.
A couple is crazy. I say one.
No, I think it's
one and roll out the ring.
No, I think Randy hits him with one early on, and he rolls out of the ring, and he hits him with one later in the match, and there's some cheap way that he gets out of it. But I think there's no less than 2 RKOs that
Yes.
John Cena can be hit with.
That's fair. I mean, with most of these matches, we're not too invested in the finish. We just know who's going to win. This one, we gotta know the finish. Like, as soon as we can't wait for the finish. We're salivating for the finish. It's just like how is.
I mean, it's the final time. This is the final time that we'll see Randy Orton versus John Cena. I mean, what's not to salivate over?
Cena wins. Just how he's going to win.
Yeah,
and
that's the
who's
real
his next opponent?
How John Cena's going to win? How bad is it going to be? How much is he going to rub it in that Randy's losing in his home state?
Oh yeah, this is
St.
Louis.
It's hometown. It's St. Louis. Yeah, it's hometown and state.
They're gonna go ape shit for Randy Orton when he comes up.
Oh yeah, they're gonna know every word of the song. It'll be like the goddamn British crowd to the fucking Irish crowd or any overseas crowd.
Is Orton gonna take an AA?
I think he kicks out of at least one.
So he's taking multiple.
I'm thinking maybe more.
All right, listen, I'm for this match.
Gonna sell out. I think we are gonna get Super Cena versus goddamn. What do we do if Randy comes out bald? Yo?
Just shave the rest of that shit off.
Yep, just save the rest of it all.
Nah, you gotta come up with some hair. I mean,
all right, I'm just saying. Super Cena
I think from the course of them losing this match, he's gonna fully crash out.
Does John Cena get his payback and fucking attack Randy Orton's dad? Is Cowboy Bob Orton catching a fucking?
Is Cowboy Bob Orton gonna be there?
Cowboy Bob Orton catches a 5-knuckle shuffle. It's payback for when fucking Randy punted John Cena Sr. back in the day.
Yeah, he slapped him and broke his orbital socket. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, true. And that's a shoot, brother.
If Cowboy Bob Orton is there, Cena gotta be the heel, right?
Yeah, Cena gotta be the heel. I don't think old Cowboy Bob's taking an AA, but he could definitely get laid down and hit with a 5-knuckle shuffle.
That's fair. As long as you don't see no Travis Scott, I'm for it. Whatever.
Yo, if Travis Scott comes out and they hit the dual 5-knuckle shuffle on Cowboy Bob Orton,
that's that 2K25 shit. They said Travis Scott been getting trained, so we gonna see.
He's got to put on a lot of muscle, yo. He's not super short. He's just got to get some muscle on him. Because compared to like other niggas, that nigga like a toothpick, yo. You see him standing next to The Rock and John Cena after WrestleMania, bro?
Yeah.
That shit is, the discrepancy is startling.
Where's Cole D?
They're saying Cody could make his return. His return at Backlash, I don't know.
Where's Cole D?
That's the question everybody wants to know.
Well, Backlash tomorrow, May 10th. Go watch it, 7 p.m. Eastern. There's no Jey Uso and Logan Paul. Don't believe the dumb dirty marks. You know what I mean? So there you go. At least Tony Khan's not gonna then do Collision the same night. You know, he did it last night. You know, he said fuck TNA. We're not going up against another WWE PLA. So fuck it.
I'm scared.
Shout out to him. Afro, what y'all spoke about on Casual?
Casual conversations. Well, we talked about the new Pope being an American. We talked about
and he's from the Chirac.
Yeah. We talked about the most triggering text messages psychologically. K being studied defines that it is the most triggering. Bunch of other random debaucherous nonsense. You know how Casual Combos goes.
Hey, go watch that on
every Thursday at 9 p.m.
on the Casual Conversations YouTube page, and go watch that on Facebook. Also, shout out to Overall 99 Media too. But we put up a post earlier on TikTok about Will Ospreay. I got called a bunch of marks and all the other stuff. So, hey, if you don't have the critical thinking, understand. I'm tired of just asking you what's wrestling psychology. So you should, you know what it is.
You just gotta get on your old man soapbox and be like, "You kids are a bunch of spot monkey loving losers."
Go watch Jim Cornette.
Yo, that's what they're gonna tell you. Yo, they're gonna
go watch the Cornette. He may tell you. Let's start with selling first, brother.
Always gotta learn to sell, brother.
That's what these indie marks aren't doing. They're not selling if you're talking to the right person. But hey, we're going to be talking about Backlash. I guess Sunday. Shout out to Mother's Day, Maybe we can get one of those in before we got to do what we got to do. We'll see y'all Negroes. Enjoy the show. Also, I won't be streaming the show. Well, I could. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they might ban my page if I do that. But while Backlash is on, we'll talk about it.
You've been getting mad bold, yo, with streaming the PLE.
Listen, I've been streaming Raw and I've been okay. I've been okay with streaming Raw. So
the PLE could be different, though.
Yeah, it could be different. I ain't streamed WrestleMania. I wasn't that stupid.
Yeah, you wasn't that bold.
They've been letting me get away with Raw, so let me get away with it. He got away with it.
Better be careful.
He ain't get away with it. I'll see y'all Negroes. Enjoy yourself.
Peace.